A very warm good morning to all of you, ladies and gentlemen. This is Lieutenant Colonel Vishal Atri, retired Director, Warriors Defence Academy, Ambala. Folks, this video of mine is going to be in English, and it is specifically for those young boys and girls who are preparing to get into Defence Forces as officers. Well, there is a reason why I'm making this video in English. Ladies and gentlemen, be very clear about it. Unless you are fluent in both your written and verbal part of English, you are not getting through in the Defence Forces as officers. So be very clear. If you are not really good at this, there is time. It takes about 4 to 5 months. Please make consistent efforts. It takes about 4 to 5 months to have a visible change in both written and verbal part of your communication skills. So kindly make consistent efforts. It takes about 4 to 5 months, and along with your SSB preparation, please focus on your spoken and written part of English. Balance of this I will cover when I am covering the preparation for SSB part of it. Okay, so see what is SSB? The SSB Service Selection Board. This is the second phase of your selection procedure. The first phase is the written exam. The second phase is your Service Selection Board. The third is your medical checkup, and fourth is your preparation of merit list. Now there may be a situation where you may be called directly for the SSB, which is technical entry, NCC entry, and various other things. So in case you are going for SSB, or you have cleared your written exam and now preparing for SSB, you must watch this video and watch it till the end. Firstly, in this first video, there will be other videos also which will keep coming in. Now in this first video, I am going to tell you about those key qualities, key 15 qualities which the Defence Forces are looking at when you are joining the Defence Forces as officers. Alright, broadly we can classify these 15 qualities, in 4 sets. Alright, the first set, or the first factor as you say, is planning and organizing. The second is social adjustment. The third is social effectiveness, and the fourth is dynamism. So we will first cover the factor 1, planning and organizing. Now in this, the first quality which comes in is effective intelligence. See, everybody has an intelligence level, but how effectively can you use it for your day-to-day, solving day-to-day problems, overcoming the situations in your daily life, is what defines effective intelligence level of a man or a woman. Second is reasoning ability, differentiating right from wrong and taking a correct action is what is the reasoning ability. Third is organizing ability. You may be a wonderful football player. That's an added advantage. However, what the army is looking at, are you able to organize a football tournament? This is what you must focus. This is called the organizing ability. Third is power of expression. Like, ladies and gentlemen, like I said in the beginning of the video, unless you have command over language, which is English, essentially English in case of Defence Forces, you are not getting through as officers. Be very clear about it. People will say, no, it's okay, a lot of people who don't speak good English also get through. However, you must understand that the balance of those qualities, all those who make it, even when they are not very fluent in English, if the balance 14 qualities of those guys are exceptionally good. Okay, so please don't be under false impression. You have to be very, very fluent in English. Please make religious, consistent effort to improve your written and spoken part of English. So in factor 1, which was planning and organizing, we saw effective intelligence, we saw reasoning ability, we saw organizing ability, and we saw power of expression. Now come to factor 2, which is social adjustment. Now social adjustment, the first quality that the Defence Forces are looking at is social adaptability. When you join Defence Forces, you may be required to go to places where in routine people do not go, where it may not be very comfortable or very convenient for you to get there. However, that is the quality that one is looking at. How do you socially adapt yourself to the changed circumstances, which may include your place, which may include the social circle that you are staying in. So it encompasses everything. How do you really adapt to that is this social adaptability quality of yours. Then is your sense of responsibility. Sense of responsibility is shouldering responsibility without being told anything. Okay, so that is the quality that one is looking at. And third is cooperation. Ladies and gentlemen, this cooperation part is very important. You should you should always be ready to cooperate with others. You should always be ready to seek cooperation from others. Okay, so this is also one quality which defense forces are looking at. See, you must understand, it is no point in case you are in a problem. You have to firstly analyze it from all angles. You have to make consistent effort. However, if you are not able to solve it, there is no problem in seeking cooperation and arriving at a logical conclusion. Third is your social effectiveness. Gentlemen, first is initiative. Now, initiative is taking that first step and initiating an action. Now, just initiating an action is not important. You have to take that action till its logical conclusion. That is the most important. You have to initiate action. It is no point you initiate action and you do not take it to its logical end. It is of no use. It is futile. In fact, your entire energy, your efforts will go waste. So you not only have to initiate correct action, you have to take it to a logical conclusion. Third is self-confidence. Self-explanatory, ladies and gentlemen. You have to be self-confident, and self-confidence comes when you have facts, when you have figures, when you have knowledge, when you have been in situation and you have handled things practically, you have done things with your own hands, and so that is where the self-confidence comes in. Speed of decision. There are two parts of speed of decision, ladies and gentlemen. The speed of decision, firstly, correct decision, and third is speed of decision. Correct decision taken late is of no use. A wrong decision taken early is again of no use. So you have to be prepared to take decisions. You have to be prepared to take decisions timely. Third is influencing ability. How far are you able to influence the group around you? And again, you will be able to influence the group when you have your facts, your figures, your knowledge. You will be able to influence the group with these qualities. Third is liveliness. Nobody likes a moron guy. Nobody likes a morose guy. Everybody wants a smiling face around. So you better have that smiling face. And the smiling face will come when you are physically fit, when you are mentally fit, when you are in the know of things, when you are in the control of things. Automatically your body language will become positive. You will have a smiling face. So, don't have that artificial or fake smile. The smile will automatically come when you are happy from inside. Okay. Now the fourth factor is dynamism. In dynamism, the first quality is determination. And like we all say, determination, self-explanatory, you have to be determined enough to achieve your goal and make consistent effort to achieve it. Third is courage. Ladies and gentlemen, courage has two aspects. One is physical courage and one is mental courage. Enduring physical pain is physical courage. Achieve your aim in spite of all the problems, in spite of lack of resources, in spite of whatever. If you are consistently making an effort to achieve your aim and you are able to do that, is what defines mental courage. And do it correctly. Achieve your aim correctly. In spite of whatever problem, you have to stick to your morals, you have to stick to your values, you have to stick to your principles, and that's when you achieve your aim. That defines the mental courage of a man. Stamina, needless to say, if you're joining the defense forces, you have to be physically, mentally fit. You have to have stamina. You have to keep exercising. You have to keep yourself physically fit. And that is only when you will be able to get through the army. Just in case you are able to clear SSB also by some way or the other. Stamina will, if you do not have stamina, lack of stamina will not let you pass your training. Ladies and gentlemen, the training is tough. After all, you are going to join the defense forces. It is extremely tough. You have to be physically and mentally very, very fit to endure the training. So this is what my first lecture was for you, which I thought I will explain those key qualities which the defense forces are looking at. Now, please go on to our Facebook page, like and follow it. Go on to our YouTube channel, like and subscribe it, and so that you keep getting notifications of my new videos. Stay tuned, stay safe till my next video comes in. Kindly be in touch and with your studies, with your preparations, and you can always post your query on 70639-10231. That is my WhatsApp number. You can always send in a query and we will take it on further. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.